So I'm here to talk to you about the veterinary profession, and I think it's something that's very near and dear to all of our hearts. I have two dogs. I know that Jim had mentioned earlier today he has a lab, and Tom, you mentioned you have a chocolate lab, and even over lunch we were talking about dogs. So this is something pretty important, I think, to all of us. But in the United States, we typically think of veterinary medicine as preventive and emergency care for our dogs, cats, and horses. And this is very valuable to us. But just for the next 5 minutes, what I'd like you to do is just forget about that part. What I'd like to do is change your lens so that you see veterinary medicine from a whole different perspective. Now, I served for 6 years in the U.S. Army Medical Service Corps, and this is when I realized what the veterinary profession was doing to make an impact in human, animal, and environmental health. So this slide, as you can see, the star represents the veterinary profession, and here are some of the ways that veterinarians do make an impact, which lesser known, we don't usually think about. So according to the Food and Agricultural Organization, part of the UN, they did a study that looks at extreme poverty. They have about 1.4 billion people that fall into the category of extreme poverty. Out of that 1.4 billion, 1 billion are dependent or somehow living around the agriculture profession. And out of that, 0.5 billion are involved with livestock. So this is pretty important.